It's Soccer Zone on a Monday evening. Thank you so much for gathering the entire family. Today, for my intro, I want to speak about something called a Hall of Fame. What is the Hall of Fame? It's an institution that is designed to honor the achievements of individuals or particular activity that they were partaking in. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you an honoree in the Hall of Fame. Born on the 26th of June in 1967 in Soweto. He's a man that first played out for Morocco Swallows, but he didn't play, so it doesn't count. He's a one-man team, one-team man, because in 1986 when he signed for Kaizer Chiefs and played almost 400 games, in 1992 scoring the very first game for South Africa in international matches when we played Cameroon. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no bigger honor you can give anybody than a Hall of Fame nod. You see it in all sorts of sports, you see it in cultural activities, you even see it with us here on television and in radio. And if we are to award an individual in football, surely, with all due respect, it must be the greatest of all time. The one player in South African football that's done more than any other when it comes to what's happened on the field. He took us to 1996, and alongside his teammates, he won it for us. He went to America, and he put the South African name and flag and hoisted it high. The only player who is South African who's ever played his football in South America, and I'm talking about in Argentina. Ladies and gentlemen, Theophilus, Dogish, 60 Lavala, Shaya Batwana Bapegile, Pometi Hambange Mova, S. Kelly Shai Pastoral Betizi. The one and only Dr. Khumalo has been honored with the Hall of Fame recognition. Doggy, This is given to only the best of the best. Only a few get to be put their names in the Hall of Fame, or in other countries, a Walk of Fame even. You deserve it. Congratulations. Look at those awards sitting there.
Looking pretty.
It's a culmination of your entire life's work. Yes. And I know that you deserve those because I've said this many a times. I've never felt the way about football you made me feel. Me and my family can sit there and share moments of football because of you. Yeah. The first time I went to see a game, what Bafana playing, was a game where you played against Argentina. Couldn't believe my eyes sitting there with Clement Shirlele, who'd taken me to that game. Incredible, and congratulations, doggies. We can all share a doctor moment. I've got plenty. And talk to me. I want to give you, where's my mic? Because I must give you my mic here. Where did I put it? There it is. Please. It is an honor for us to be here with you and celebrate this moment with you.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for the intro and the gesture. But firstly, I must thank my late parents and my sister Figile for the guidance and the support that they showed and they gave it to me. And I would be failing if I don't acknowledge the South Africans, all that have played a major role in supporting and giving me the courage, criticizing and all that. But this one, it actually goes to the South Africans to say thank you very much. This accolade, Hall of Fame, it wouldn't be possible without them. So thank you, Mzansi. And I just hope and wish that one day one of the boys will be inducted to this Hall of Fame. And this one, before the Hall of Fame, it's a night with the legends. Obviously, Atama Fokati, a friend of mine, has been telling me for the past 10 years that he doesn't think that I've been honored enough. And this was an event that was at Voda World, where they were honoring the legends, the likes of Tulima Donsela, Usis Yvonne Chaka Chaka. So I say thank you very much, Arthur, and your team. I really appreciate it.
A statue in Naturena, by the way. I'm just saying. Or a street name somewhere in Soweto. And Togi, now that you're here and you're into the coaching Chiefs, think about it. How are you?
No, I'm awesome. I must also say I also have my dog moments because, you know, with the 96 AFCON, every single game, I was at every single Bafana match.
Wow.
And so, I mean, Doc forms a huge part of my journey in football as well. These are the guys we looked up to, the guys that paved the way for us. And so, congratulations, Doc. You definitely deserve it. I think probably my favorite goal is the one against Brazil.
Yeah.
Of course.
So,
Favorite game.
you understand? So, I mean, trust me, everything you say, I lived it as well. And so we honor you and thoroughly deserved. And I wish you many more successes.
Give them the flowers while they can still smell it. By the way, I wouldn't yet come on it. Who's on this? Enkulenazo. Not Ladies and gentlemen, let's get the show on the road. We're not alone, of course, on the other side. We've also got the referee, Shiro-Sago Saseka, Victor Tlungwane, and Mazolo, who's going to be bringing us the news. Let's start, of course, with you. What do you have, the principal?
I cannot minimize the minimum and I cannot maximize the maximum. You said a mouthful. Shiro-Sago Saseka, doctor. Right, we're going into
Hey, Marama 1K.
we're going into the games. We see what we call a lunch. That we're going to talk about Bafana and also Hollywood Bet. So ungahambi hlala la ku soccer zone sizokubonisa kahle ukuthi no isilo sakho saseka or asisasekanga.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate it. We're going to be going to that in just a bit. But also, we'd love to have you involved in the show. So we'll go to the MVP, chosen, of course, by a esteemed team of 3 different great participants from this past weekend. But right now, we need to go to Mazula Malepe. He's been waiting with the news with the Super Journal.
Well, hopefully it doesn't take too long to have a street named after Dr. Khumalo. But I'll tell you what's moving at fast pace is a VAR in South Africa. My colleague Velile Mnyandu just touched down from Spain with project leader Daniel Bennett, a former PSL and FIFA referee who is leading the way in terms of trying to get this sorted here in South Africa, hopefully maybe next season. Here's Daniel Bennett speaking exclusively to SABC Sport.
Whether the centralized hub is at either Safa House or at Fun Valley. And that's a decision we now need to make when I get back on Monday. Have a very urgent meeting because there's a portfolio meeting on Tuesday morning and all of our ducks have to be in a row. So we're under a bit of pressure as a VR management team at the moment. But, you know, I think the thing is everybody wants everything now. Which I understand because this is a long process. So that means I've got to jump on that train very quickly and start getting, from my side, my ducks in a row with my management team as well.
And from Daniel Bennett's desk to Hugo Bruce's office, I've spoke to the coach over the weekend, just asking him if he plans to squeeze in more friendly international matches. But remember, they play Angola, Egypt and Zimbabwe at the Africa Cup of Nations in about a month's time. But the coach says, he's not interested in playing any more friendly matches. He's just keen to get started and go to the AFCON. Here's Coach Hugo Bruce explaining exactly why that is the case.
No, we will play one game, and I don't like to play 1 or 2 or 3 games before we go. We played enough against African teams, so we don't have to play against another African team because we don't know African football. We played the last 4 years nearly only against African teams. So we don't have to play another 2 or 3 games before we go to AFCON. That is no, we don't need that. It will be a little bit different when we play next year World Cup. That is something else, and the preparation will be different also.
I do wonder, Dr. Khumalo, how many friendly matches did you play before you won that 1996 one? Because Hugo says he's not interested in playing any more matches. Do they need them or don't they?
I think we played 3 or 4 before we played the first game in 96. But just to probably concur with what the coach is saying, Mazwala, I think what they play, they've played Zambia, so they don't have ample time for them to play another game because 1, we need to be wary of injuries, and 2, we don't want the guys to be put under pressure when you play a competitive side. So my experience serves me very well. When Brazil was here to play in the World Cup, they played the Kaiser Chiefs under 17s. So to prepare for just to shape up. But then Hugo is right by saying he doesn't have ample time because you have the Carling Cup, and he's only getting the players after the 7th. So there's no ample time to prepare.
Yeah, and as such, Coach Hugo Bruce will be making his announcement that first week of December, going to the HPC in Tshwane before they prepare to leave for AFCON. My next story, 2 stories in fact, and I'm going to go back to Mark Haskins just to give me his analysis. It's considering Orlando Pirates. First of all, Reece Braithwaite, a prospect, a future prospect really, that's currently with the Orlando Pirates reserve league side, but he still has yet to receive his clearance from Cape Town Spurs. It's that cycle again with Cape Town Spurs and Arsenal Velebai and Liam Byrne regarding allowing the players to leave as free agents. But keep a close watch on sabcsport.com. We'll keep you updated with regards to that story. And then my final one, we broke the story a few months ago. Deadline day in September in the PSL, Orlando Pirates were chasing after the signature of Andy Jong. We are now told that Orlando Pirates looking to reignite their interest in signing the striker for the January transfer window. That's just around the corner. And I want to hear Mark Haskins. I'm sure you can even weigh in on the Reece debate as well, but more so Andre de Jong. Do Pirates need a striker of his caliber?
Well, again, is Andre de Jong a striker? Is he a number 10? The jury is still out on that one because he's not an out-and-out striker. But when you look at this season alone, he's played 19 games, scored 3 goals. Last season, 47 games in all competitions, scored 8 goals. So he knows he does score goals. He doesn't score very frequently or as much as maybe we'd like. But him or the interest in him begs the question, who's leaving? Because especially with Orlando Pirates not having Champions League football, you know, you feel like maybe they got too many players. But then you ask the question, okay, maybe there's going to be some exits at Pirates, and maybe that's why the interest in Andre de Jong. But that remains to be seen.
Well, hopefully at sabcsport.com with the jury window coming, we will be the ones who tell you who's leaving Orlando Pirates.
Oh, I didn't see that coming, Mark. Thank you so much for that one there. And that's why you watch Soccer Zone, for the insights on the inside. Speaking of which, we'd like to know your insights. Who are you going with? There's 3 chosen from the weekend. We call them the MVP.
So yeah, this is Saturday. We're looking at the final. Master Chef is actually giving a pass to the ever-shining Apollos.
And then you got Mahao Nkota, an absolutely stellar goal that he scores, cutting in from the left. I know Doc has a lot to say about this young man.
Well, again, this man got a tough time on Omodao, and he was a phone for Bafana, but only to find that sailor is always sailing.
Sailor, James. Yeah.
Fashion.
Oh, we're going with the fashion Sakala. Which one is it? I've got a feeling. I know where it's going to go. I've got a feeling. I think it's going to go to man of the match-ish. I don't know. Which one are you going with? Hit us up on SABC Sport on X, Facebook, Instagram, as well as on TikTok.